And next today, there's yet another musical tale to be told in Johnny's Animal Opera.
There's Ronald McDonald on a picnic with his chums, but Hamburglar is on the prowl. Watch out now, here he comes! But when they catch that rascal, Ronald's always kind and fair. It's back down to McDonald's, where everyone gets their share. That's the difference that McDonald's will enjoy.
Hold that. You've got to watch my kids, sister. Especially when Mum has given us Milky Ways.
My children love Milky Ways. They're delicious chocolate outside and have a lovely whipped centre that won't fill them up. And they still enjoy their lunch.
Good job I've got eyes like a hawk.
Milky Way, the sweet you can eat between meals without ruining your appetite.
You're about to see a cheap away day return. Take my lady friends here on rails to the sails.
This is the age of the trade. This is the age.
And no matter how much they spend, they'll always save money with an away day. Away day is an off-peak ticket, so it costs you less. Check up on cheap away day fares at your station because of the train.
Treat me nice, treat me good, treat me like you really should. 'Cause I am made of wood, and I do have a wooden heart.
Next time you dust, spray on Pledge. Its real wax formula shines and cares for wood.
Treat me nice, treat me good, treat me like you really should. 'Cause I am made of wood, and it's Pledge for my wooden heart.
Pledge treats wood good.
Tomorrow is the first Saturday of Harrods Sale, your second chance to be first in the queue for all the thousands and thousands of special things which Harrods have cut by half. Ask about 12 months interest-free credit. Harrods Sale simply cuts the cost of gracious living. First Saturday tomorrow, open 9 till 6.
That old nappy rash ain't much fun. Hello, baby, wet ones, good news for your mom. Wipe so strong, wet and smooth. Baby, wet ones fight the nappy rash blues. Show 'em, mama.
Baby Wet Ones. Hygienically cleans your baby and helps neutralize ammonia, a major cause of nappy rash.
So long, goodbye, nappy rash blues.
Baby Wet Ones, the ones that help prevent nappy rash. From Sterling Health.
The 5 new Sensortronic systems from Hoover. They give you a choice of a power-driven head for deep down cleaning, adjustable suction power, the unique Hoover remote control, and all with tools stored inside the machine. Our quietest, most powerful cleaners ever. The new Sensortronic systems from Hoover. Who better?
In half an hour's time, of course, the national news from the studios of ITN. But first, here's Johnny Morris.
So one of the perverse things about this life is that no matter where we are, we want to be somewhere else. If we're at home, we want to be away. If we're away, we want to be at home. Now, is it the same with animals? Well, it could be. I don't know. Have you ever seen a herd of cows being turned into a lovely, fresh, new pasture? Lovely green grass. You know what they do? They walk around the fence and look over the other side, and they say, looks better over there. Sure, it's better. But does this apply to all animals? Well, I don't know. It probably could, because I think it applied to one called Bouncer the frog. Now, he lived in a beautiful pond, and he was really quite happy there, but he wanted to be somewhere else. He was always saying that he was going to move and be somewhere else, because he was a very confident, rather loud-mouthed sort of frog. And all the other animals said, look, don't be silly. You're very happy where you are, aren't you, in your pond? Why don't you stay? You must beware, you say, there's all sorts of dangers away from the pond in places where you don't know. But Bouncer said, no, I'm going to try. And there were one or two that said, all right then, good riddance. But there were some that said, don't go, Bouncer, don't go. But one day, Bouncer decided to go. Oh. Once upon a time, once upon a time, there lived a monster. It tramped slowly through the countryside, thumping and banging, smashing down the trees, sucking up the ponds and the pools, ripping up the green grass meadows, tearing out the hedgerows, driving people from their homes, and terrifying the animals for miles around. It was a motorway. And when it had gobbled up all the land that it needed, it just lay down quietly and let the traffic roll up and down it all day and all night. The animals soon got used to the motorway, and they knew that it wouldn't harm them if they kept away from it. But to try to cross the motorway meant certain death. And every evening, every animal, mother and father, sang to their children the dreadful dangers of the motorway. Don't go on the motorway. Don't go on it by night or day. Don't be reckless or foolish or brave, 'cause the lorries go and the cars go. It's a certain shortcut to the grave. It's a certain shortcut to the grave. Now listen, you foxes, when you prowl by night, you'll hear all the traffic. You'll see all the headlights shining so bright. Go up to the fence if you dare. Beyond that, take care. Do take care. Don't go on the motorway. don't go on it by night or day. Don't be reckless or foolish or brave, 'cause the lorries go zee and the cars go zee. It's a certain shortcut to the grave. It's a certain shortcut to the grave. And most of the young animals listened to what their fathers and mothers sang to them. But some of them didn't listen, couldn't listen, wouldn't listen. Well, you see, they wanted to know what things were like on the other side of the motorway. They wanted to know who lived there and what they did. And perhaps, wonderful fruits grew there, like mammoth apples and blunderbuss blackberries. They wouldn't listen. And one who wouldn't listen was a very smart young frog called Bouncer. He knew a lot, did Bouncer. I've been here and there, I knows this and that, I nearly knows the lot. Oh, I nearly knows the lot. I've seen so and so, I've met you know who, I nearly knows the lot. I nearly knows the lot. People say, where are you off today? Why do you jump about like that? I'm going to decide to see the other side. I find things here a little flat. I've been here and there, I know this and that, I nearly know the law. Oh, I nearly know the law. I've seen so and so, I've met you know who, I nearly knows the lot. I nearly knows the lot. One fine day, when the sun is bright and gay, and the breeze is blowing from the west, oh, I'm gonna make a start with a song inside my heart. I know the other side is best. I've been here and there, I know this and that, I nearly knows the lot. Oh, I nearly knows the lot. I've seen so and so, I've met you know who, I nearly knows the lot. I nearly knows the lot. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, Bouncer was reckless and foolish and brave. But there were a lot of animals who weren't reckless or foolish or brave. Such a one was Barney the barn owl. Now, he wasn't a bit reckless or a bit brave. In fact, he was very timid and very careful and rather afraid, which was rather strange for a great hunter like a barn owl. But he was. He just couldn't bring himself to swoop down on all the little mice and birds and whisk them away to the barn where he lived with his mother. He just couldn't bring himself to do it. Barney's mother was very, very patient with him, but sometimes she despaired. She didn't know what to make of him, or what was going to happen to him.
Barney, my boy, my boy, my boy. You are your mother's pride and joy. You are so swift, you are so strong, your talons are so sharp and long. Why can't you kill? Why can't you kill? Barney, my boy, my boy, my boy. You are your mother's pride and joy. You have to hunt if you must live. I've given all I have to give. Please learn to kill. Please learn to kill.
I just can't bring myself to do it, Mother.
Barney, my boy. My boy.
It was no good. Barney's mother couldn't help crying. And Barney used to say, well, I can't bring myself to do it, Mother. You see, Barney was never, ever going to learn to hunt. And then one day, when Barney was sitting in his tree, he heard a noise down by the motorway. It was Bouncer the Frog, surrounded by a lot of animals, and they were saying goodbye. The sun was bright and gay. The breeze was blowing from the west. Bouncer was going to make his attempt to cross the motorway. The hedgehog made a farewell speech. It only remains for me, it only remains for me to say, oh, goodbye. There's some says ta-ta, and some says toodaloo. There's some says au revoir when they're off to their Waterloo-daloo. But it only remains for me, it only remains for me to say goodbye. There's some says bon voyage, and some says I'll see you soon. But whether you're going out shopping or taking a trip to the moon, it only remains for me, it only remains for me to say goodbye. There's some that says, I'll see you. And some that says, that's your lot. And some that says, oh, well then, as though they don't care a jot. So it only remains for me, it only remains for me to say goodbye, 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 goodbye. And Bouncer laughed and he said, goodbye all. Goodbye, Bouncer. Goodbye. And let us know, hurry up, let us know what it's like on the other side. And off went Bouncer, humming to himself. I've been here and there, I know this and that, I nearly knows the lot, I nearly knows the lot. I've seen so and so. What was that? A motor car just whizzed in front of Bouncer's nose, but Bouncer didn't care. I've been here and there, I know this and that. What was that? A lorry just whizzed behind Bouncer's big back leg, but Bouncer didn't care. I've been here and there, I knows this and that. Another car, another lorry. The cars and lorries came faster and thicker and faster. Great rubber wheels rolled right round Bouncer. Some enormous lorries went right over the top of him. It was only a matter of time, any minute now, when suddenly, floating over the motorway, came Barney the barn owl, and he swooped down into the traffic. And he got Bouncer in his claws, and he rose up and flew away over the motorway towards his barn. And on the way, he just dropped Bouncer in his pond. And so Bouncer was saved, but only just. And Barney's mother is very hopeful for her young son. But did Bouncer listen? Did he listen? Well, every night down by the motorway, there are people who warn of the deadly dangers of the motorway. Don't go on the motorway. Don't go on it by night or day. Don't be reckless or foolish or brave, for the lorries go zzz and the cars go zzz. Don't be brave, stay at home, don't be brave. Stay at home, don't be brave, don't be brave. Stay at home, don't be brave, don't be brave. And did Bouncer listen? Did he listen?
I nearly lose the lot. I've seen so and so. I've met you know who.